The rain hammered down in sheets, blurring the headlights and making the road in front of her seem like a dark, endless ribbon of shadow. Leah gripped the steering wheel tighter, squinting through the downpour as the canyon road twisted in sharp, unsettling turns. The wind howled, rattling the windows of her old sedan. It had been a long drive, and her exhaustion was starting to catch up with her. Her phone buzzed on the passenger seat, and without thinking, she grabbed it. Her fingers slid over the screen as she glanced briefly at the message. Just for a second, just long enough to see the "Hey, you there?" from a friend. She tapped out a quick reply, her eyes still flicking between the phone and the winding road. The thought that it was dangerous barely crossed her mind. Suddenly, headlights pierced the darkness, bright and blinding, coming straight at her. Panic shot through her, and she jerked the wheel, swerving to avoid the oncoming car. Her heart pounded in her chest as she fought to regain control. The tires screeched. The car slid sideways, but somehow, miraculously, she managed to steer it back onto the road, narrowly avoiding a head-on crash. She let out a shaky breath, hands trembling as she slowly drove, heart still hammering in her throat. After a few moments of silence, Leah let out a relieved laugh at how close that had been. But as she drove on, her nerves were still frayed. The rain didn't seem to let up, and the canyon road stretched on, endless, like a tunnel that refused to let her out. A figure appeared in the distance, huddled in the rain on the side of the road, thumb out. A man hitchhiking. Leah's first instinct was to drive past, but then something strange happened. He stepped forward, raising his hand as though urging her to stop. She slowed down, unsure. He leaned toward the window as she rolled it down, his face illuminated by the headlights. His eyes were wide, frantic, and his voice shook as he spoke. "Please, you have to take me with you. It's not safe out here. You don't understand." Leah recoiled slightly, unsure of what to make of him. The desperation in his voice sent a chill crawling up her spine. "I am sorry," she stammered, her foot hovering over the gas pedal. "I can't. I've got to go." She sped off, her heart thumping in her chest as she glanced in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see the man standing still in the rain. But when she looked, the road was empty behind her. A minute passed, then another, and when the headlights cut through the fog once more, Leah froze. The same man was standing at the side of the road again, his hand outstretched, his eyes wide with pleading, desperate urgency. Her stomach twisted into a knot. How could he have gotten there so quickly? She had barely driven a mile. Panic gripped her, and her foot slammed on the gas pedal, pushing the car faster through the endless winding road. Her mind raced. Was she imagining this? The rain made everything feel surreal, as if time itself was bending. She rounded another curve, and there he was again. The man, still waiting, still reaching for her. Her breath hitched. She glanced at the road seen a canyon road, next 10 miles. But it had been far more than 10 miles, hadn't it? Her hands were shaking as she sped past him once more. Each time, the man was there. Every bend in the road seemed to bring him closer to her, always standing by the side, watching her, waiting. By the 5th time, Leah was shaking uncontrollably. She could no longer dismiss it as coincidence. She was trapped in some kind of twisted loop. The road kept twisting. The signs kept changing. And the man kept reappearing, each time closer. It wasn't until the 6th time, when she saw him standing ahead of her again, just as he had before, that she finally pulled over, her body trembling in terror. She turned off the engine and stared at him through the windshield, unable to speak. The man approached her window, his face calm now, but his eyes filled with something darker, something far older. "You're not getting out of this, Lee," he said softly. Her breath caught in her throat as the words sunk in. What do you mean? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. He smiled, but it wasn't a comforting smile. It was a sad smile. You died in the crash you thought you avoided. You never saw the car coming. That moment when you swerved it wasn't a choice. You were already gone. The world seemed to collapse around her. The reality of the man's words felt like a fist in her chest. She had died? No, she whispered. No, this can't be real. No, you're in a place between, Leah, he continued, his voice gentler now. You're not awake, but you're not fully gone either. You're in a loop trapped here, stuck in your last moments. This road, this canyon, it's your purgatory, a place for you to face the truth. Leah's eyes filled with tears as the weight of it all pressed in on her. The rain outside had stopped. The road, too, had stopped moving. The man's voice softened again. I'm here to guide you, but you have to accept what's happened. It's time to let go. The world around her seemed to shift, then everything becoming lighter, as if her body was no longer bound to it. The canyon road faded, the rain melted away, and for the first time in what felt like an eternity, Leah understood. It was over. She was gone.